Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you'll be listening to a hypnosis session for someone that had a fear of flying, that had created that fear of flying in their late teenage years, and linked it to a feeling of overwhelming anxiety and panic. And as many people with a fear of flying had a feeling of being trapped and that they can't escape. What you're going to hear on this hypnosis session is an element of disassociation and association into a feeling of calm, confidence, and courage, and to future pace that so that this session is ideally listened to not during the flight, but in the days or weeks leading up to a flight that you haven't taken yet. So you start to perceive that upcoming flight not as anticipatory fear, but as anticipatory courage and confidence. So I think this will be quite helpful for anyone that has got a fear of flying, but obviously it was created based on the individual circumstances. There's certain colors that are used, certain frames of reference, certain language that was used for the actual client that I was working with. If you are curious to utilize hypnosis to help with your fear of flying, there will be a link in the show notes that you can schedule a free consultation call to explore working with me. But you might find that this hypnosis session helps in some way, which hopefully it will, in which case, ideally you'd be in a place where you won't be disturbed, nice, quiet, comfortable place, switch off any devices that could distract you and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow any feelings of stress, worry, or tension to feel like it's leaving your body in your outward breath. Breathing in and breathing out and just feeling it's okay to release any feelings of tension. To feel like your inner dialogue is just slowing down, that you're activating that part of your mind that enjoys adventures and experiences, a part of you that values freedom, exploration. Breathe in and breathe out. And I want you to think of the color yellow. And just decide that the color yellow represents resourceful confidence. Imagine you're breathing in bright yellow, but somehow it's melting away any stress and tension and anxiety. And that melted anxiety then leaves your body. So a bright yellow feeling is going in through your nose, but something darker is leaving, representing tension, stress, and worries that are leaving your body in that outward breath. But the next inward breath is again that bright yellow, giving you a feeling of courage, confidence, calmness, and tranquility, enabling you to feel like you're getting more and more relaxed, but also calmer, more courageous, but also a sense of deep confidence. There's been many times in your life that you've been incredibly confident, and therefore you know that resource exists. But as you breathe in this bright yellow, it feels like you're awakening that confidence, recharging that confidence, activating that confidence. And as you exhale again, it's that dark grey colour that leaves your body, giving you more and more evidence that the calmness and the courage, the confidence is in you, and the anxieties and the stress and the tension is leaving you. So you can feel that your neck muscles are relaxing, your jaw is relaxing. It becomes easier to breathe deeper, easier to swallow. Arms and legs feel limp, loose, and heavy. That's it, deeper and deeper relaxed. As I want you to imagine, you're watching yourself get ready for a flight. The flight's not till the next day, but you're seeing yourself packing your bags and you're smiling. And you can tell that you're thinking about the place that you're going to with a sense of positive anticipation. And I want you to observe what happens with this version of you that is calm and confident. You can see the tickets, you can see the destination, you can see the time of the flight. And you can see that version of you looking at all of that and not being fazed at all. See a calm, confident version of you that when it's time to leave for the airport, you leave, notice who you're with. But I want you to notice something unique about what you're wearing or what you're carrying that means that this flight is in the future. It hasn't happened yet. And perhaps somewhere you can see the color yellow, symbolizing that calm, courage, and confidence. I see that version of you go to the airport in a relaxed way. You can tell by the speed of how you walk, your body language, your facial expressions, that this is someone that can easily take that flight. Maybe see you checking in your bags or going through security, calm and confident. See yourself waiting, maybe in the shopping area, having some food or a drink. See you in the departure lounge, see you boarding the plane. And when you get a sense that this is a confident version of you, more than capable of taking that flight, let me know by nodding your head. When you're calm and confident, just imagine you're sitting there in the departure lounge just before you're about to board the plane. And now feel like you're in your own body, again tapping into that feeling of calmness and confidence, just about to board that plane. As your mind is open to powerful, useful suggestions about how to think about flying that helps you on this journey, but every journey from this point forward. Feel like you're in your body wearing the clothes that you would wear, the shoes that you would wear, and as you step onto the plane, I want you to feel a sense of confidence, calmness, but also mild levels of anticipation and excitement. From the tips of your toes to the top of your head, feel that confidence, calmness, and excitement filling your entire being as you accept that this flight is your gateway to new experiences and adventures. Imagine taking a seat on whatever your number of the actual seat on the plane is. And as you sit down, you feel an immediate sense of relaxation, that you are safe and you are calm. And with each breath you take, feel a deep sense of calm and relaxation washing over you. Your mind and body are at ease, ready to enjoy the journey ahead. I want you to imagine while you're there on that chair, imagine yourself surrounded by a comforting bubble of positive energy and protection, and that this shield keeps away any fear or anxiety, allowing you to fully enjoy the flight. And you can visualize the plane as a magnificent vessel of freedom, carrying you effortlessly towards a world of opportunity, as you embrace the feeling of liberation and possibility that comes with every mile that is traveled. I want you to get a sense that the early explorers needed courage because they were going to places that nobody had ever been before, not knowing how to get to their destination, but you are going on a regular flight with trained professionals that know exactly what they're doing. But you can still see yourself as an explorer, embarking on a grand expedition to discover the wonders of the world. The plane is just a way to get there quicker, guiding you to new and exciting destinations. And there is always a sound on a plane, maybe the engines, maybe the air conditioning. But whatever sound you hear, embrace the soothing hum and the background noise, almost like it's a gentle lullaby, serenading you into a state of calm and tranquility. Allow the rhythmic sounds to relax your mind and create a sense of comfort. Still there on that plane, breathing in and breathing out that color yellow. Feeling calm and confident, and any anxiety just leaves your body in your outward breath, slow and stable, deep in your diaphragm. And you can remind yourself that the flight is not just a means of transportation, but a symbol of your courage and resilience. You're choosing to do this. And you can embrace the opportunity to go through your fears, that the flight itself is a representation of your courage and determination and resilience. That if you can take this flight, you can take any flight. At any point in time, you could choose to drift off into a good book or a feeling of relaxation or sleep, or you could be mindful. You could be mindful of what's around you, your breathing, the sounds. I want you to get a sense that you're not doing this alone. There are pilots, there are assistants, there's fellow travelers, and that you are united in this shared experience. If there's any turbulence, it's just a gentle reminder that life is full of ups and downs, and that this itself is an opportunity to become even more resilient and to trust in the expertise of the pilots and crew who have seen this thousands of times before. You are a capable and confident traveler with increasing levels of inner strength and resilience to handle any challenges that may arise. You can trust in your ability to navigate through any issues on the way, because life isn't easy, but you can handle it. A flight does not need to be easy for you to handle it. I want you to imagine that you can hear on the tannoy that you're about to descend to your destination. Allow the excitement of reaching your destination to fuel your enthusiasm, to constantly make pictures and movies of the things that you can do in your destination that are only possible because you flew to get there. Enjoy the anticipation, filling you with positivity and enthusiasm. And maybe you go down steps and join a bus, or maybe you go straight into the airport. But recognize that as soon as you leave the plane, it's a representation of you overcoming adversity, of doing something that before felt difficult and now feels easier. that by stepping onto the plane, you made the choice to expand your horizons and embrace new possibilities. And from this point forward, each flight is a stepping stone to a world of opportunities and personal growth. At any point in time, you could feel even more calm and courageous just by breathing deeply, inhaling that yellow courage, and exhaling any doubts and stress and anxiety. I want you to get a sense that the more you do this, the easier it gets. And as you leave that plane and collect your bags, you reflect on this newfound sense of accomplishment and pride, saying to yourself, well done, and getting an inner feeling that this is a nail in the coffin of your fears of flying. That if you can do this flight, you can do any flight. And I want you to imagine that you've been at your destination for however long you're meant to be there. And now it's time to return. But this time, it's even easier. No different from catching a bus or a train. You almost don't pay too much attention. Make sure you have your passport and your tickets. Make sure your bag is packed. Arrive, check in. You're more interested in what there is to do at the airport than anything about the flight. Board the plane. Sit on the seat, put your seatbelt on. Breathe in and breathe out, and before you know it, maybe you're reading or napping, watching a movie or just relaxing. And almost like time disappears. And before you know it, it's time to land. And when you land, you get this deep feeling of coming home. A warm, cozy feeling. You leave the plane. And whether it's a bus, train, taxi, or someone's picking you up, find yourself coming back home and then find yourself in a cozy, warm bed, reflecting on flights that now prove that this is no big deal. You can do this, and once you've done it a few times, why would you even think to worry about any flights in the future? You've just accepted and acknowledged that you can do this now, and that's that. And if you feel like you've unlocked all of the resources necessary to enjoy flying, to accept flying, that it opens up a window of possibility to new destinations and experiences, and you don't need to think too much because this is well within your capabilities. Just let me know by nodding your head. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes as you accept it. This was just a journey in your imagination. Just as when you've done some flights, the memory will be just like this. Only a journey in your imagination. Thoughts within thoughts. Ideas within ideas. Dreams within dreams. And if you can think about enjoying a flight, you can experience a good flight. No difference at all. Starting to count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.